Hey everyone, great to be here. I get good news, bad news. Bad news for me, I got one of the last slots to present, and the good news is that I'm one of the last things preventing you guys from going to the open bar. So pleasure being here. My name is Jim Biggins. I'm the founder, president, and CEO of Access Vascular, a commercial stage medical device company. We are focused on solving the most common and costly complications that plague the $4.5 billion global vascular access market. All of our devices are made from a novel biomaterial that prevents or evades thrombosis, infection, as well as phlebitis. This enables the long-term use of intravenous devices without concern for delaying therapy or the need for reintervention. Our team has done a tremendous job building value for our shareholders. We've created a portfolio of intellectual property that protects our technology. We've recently published a scientific publication regarding the mode of action of our materials. And we actually have two cleared FDA products that we're now commercializing, and we currently have 4 under review by the FDA. And additionally, we're looking at the ability to increase the amount of label indications or expand that as a way to generate additional value for the company. We remained in market for all of last year. We focused primarily on a regional base city market approach to prove out the concept of generating revenue. We were also able to finalize and perfect our value-based care approach, which is tied into a performance guarantee for our technologies. We've treated over 2,000 patients with the 2 products that we currently have available, and we're in the process of getting peer-reviewed and into a journal for our 2 foundational retrospective studies. And we have a number of different additional studies that are ongoing. Many of you in this audience may be surprised to find out that 85% of anyone entering a hospital setting will actually get a vascular access device within their treatment. Unfortunately, 30% of all patients experience some sort of a complication. And really, this is where the opportunity for vascular, for us really exists. The ability to commercialize clinically differentiated products in very large markets that do not have any innovation or have lacked significant innovation within the last 50 years. Our technology has applications for all of the products that make up the $4.5 billion market. Really, the problem begins as soon as a vascular access device enters the bloodstream. Proteins begin to accumulate on the surface of the device. They call other blood components, which causes clotting. This can result in occlusive occlusions, also deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolisms. And alongside these, catheter-acquired infections is also another deadly consequence of catheter usage. We also hear complaints from existing patients that use competitive products about pain, discomfort, and swelling. That's phlebitis. I want to give you a better understanding of the exact impacts from a clinical level. This is a very common story that we hear with competitive products. As an example, Joanna had a hip replacement, very standard procedure at this point. Unfortunately, she developed an infection which required systemic antibiotics being delivered by a midline. Unfortunately, the clinician didn't use our product, and subsequently she had a snowball effect in terms of the clinical implications related to her device. So lots of occlusions, ended up with deep vein thrombosis and phlebitis and back into the hospital. So not only is this significantly impactful, obviously, to the patient, but also adds tremendous amount of cost to our healthcare system. And these things are all avoidable with better technology. All of our competitors use the same exact technology that's been around since the mid-'70s. Obviously, we're not the first people to identify this problem. Competitors have looked at coatings and additives to help mitigate some of these risks, but none of them, unfortunately, have been significant enough where they actually make an impact on patients. We took a fundamentally different approach and used a base material that is much better for the body. As you can see, it's a very clear difference. This is actually results of our preclinical data, and clearly there's a difference. We have retrospective analysis, so this is interim data at this point, but we've showed the near elimination of phlebitis in our first study and an elimination of DVTs. We had similar results in our PICC line study, and keeping in mind that these are statistically powered to show a difference. It's really this data that gives us, as well as feedback, frankly, from clinicians that are using our product, that give us the confidence that we're significantly impacting outcomes, very much so reducing total medical expense and transforming the efficacies of these procedures unlike anything that's currently in the market today. I wanted an opportunity for you to hear firsthand from one of our initial users, Joe Bunch.
Occluding in patients developing DVTs, and 30% of all lines that are placed have some type of catheter-related issue. One of the reasons why I sought out HydroPick after reading this is this has been my experience. Seeing that there is a product now that is a little bit lighter weight, can withstand power-rated infusions, and is 97% less likely to cause a thrombosis. This is something that I want to use, and this is something that I want for my patients.
So additionally, we feel, and I'm sure many of you in this room understand the importance at all levels in healthcare regarding economics. This is really a cornerstone of the value that we provide to our clinical partners. We're in the process of publishing a deep analysis of the economics as it relates to poor performing devices. So I pulled out a few excerpts from that, which I want to point to. A single event for thrombosis can add $17,000 to cost. $26,000 for a single incident of DVT. And also we want to look at hospital loss of revenue numbers as well. So a single incident of catheter-acquired infection can actually lead to a loss for the hospital of up to $1 million. In summation, we believe this is easily an 8-figure issue for the average hospital. As the world moves to value-based care, we believe that this is an area we can substantially help on. So we've focused with some of our value-based care-centric providers to develop a program to help them reach their goals. In essence, we've created a program that standardizes care, trains their employees, and we have a risk share rebate that guarantees the performance of our device throughout the useful life of the implantation. Getting short on time here, but so I'll try to get through some of these slides. We are applying our technology to the entire suite of vascular access products and really creating the next 50 to 75 years of innovation within this space. We have a team of medical device startup executives that have taken products from concept through commercialization. We have a rock star group of board members with vast amounts of experience commercializing and running companies. We have hand-selected medical advisors that have guided us along the way. At the end of the day, we've been able to deliver value to our shareholders by hitting critical milestones. We've developed an intellectual property portfolio that protects our very innovative technology that addresses the biggest problems in very large markets. We've taken the time to invest in our infrastructure and from an operational perspective, so we're ready to start to scale, which we're doing now, and we're developing and continue to add on our commercial team. So really, I'm here this week to work with investors, talk to advisors, and also partners that are interested and passionate about solving the problems the way the company is, and help us grow the company. So with that, I'll sort of wrap up, and happy to talk to anyone that's interested in learning more about what we're doing. Thank you very much.